What's going on, guys? I hope you have time because this video is a long one. And just a heads up, if you're wearing earphones or your headphones, anything in your ears, careful with the volume. I have some loud effects a couple times, so watch out for that. That's your warning. I hope you like today's video. It's a little different. I really tried with this one. I try to put my heart into this, my soul into this, some passion into this, try to make it new. So I hope you like it. And if you don't, that's okay. Because there will always be room for improvement. So if you have time, let's get started. The reason the intro video ended the way it did, or went the way it did, is because today we're not chatting about horror. It ended like that because we're going to be chatting about my goals for the new year of 2021. So I think whenever the topic's not about horror, I might do the intro like that. Just a warning, in the next clip, I'm gonna sound like pretty low voice, pretty tired, but that's only because it was late at night already on New Year's Day. Yeah, I just don't want you to think I was mad or not in the mood. All it is that I was tired. I had a good time. Hope you're ready. I'm ready. Now let's get to it. Guys, so let's see, it's actually pretty late. It's like 2 in the morning right now. My family and I, we just had our New Year's party. It was great, and I'm off the next day. That's what I'm excited about. Oh man, but I'm pretty tired. As you can see, I got a little dressed up. I'm gonna add here a picture of me, and don't be too surprised, but I'm gonna be holding a couple of adult beverages. Yeah, man, I'm pretty tired. But man, food was good. One of the best parts though was we were outside, actually out on the porch. We had a fire going. We had hot chocolate. Being that it's cold outside and all the rain coming down, that really came in clutch. So as you could tell by today's title, I'm talking about goals and tasks that I want to complete and do for sure in the new beginning year of 2021. Finally, 2020 is not a thing anymore. It's in the past. The future is here. We can start moving forward. Got my journal here. I want to start writing in here. I did write some of my goals here. About 2 weeks ago, I sat down, thought about what I wanted to do in 2021, what I wanted to accomplish. So I thought about it and I wrote down goals, and I had a lot more than I thought. And this year, I am ready to dominate. Alright guys, like I said, I wrote down my goals right here in my little journal. And, you know, I'll be looking down, that way I can read what I wrote. I wrote down a little more than I was planning to, than I thought I would. So, I'm glad I wrote them down, because I forgot some of them, and when I look back at it, I realized that I won't remember all these. Most of the important ones, definitely. But, you know, it's good to have it written down. You never know. So, the first goal I have right here for the year of 2021, actually, let me be honest about something. Before I get to these goals, I want to say something that was on my mind, but I was thinking about. So the year 2019 was the first year that I ever started to make any changes to my adult life. I started thinking, what can I do to improve myself? How can I get better? Originally, I was not going, but I signed up for college. I took my first class and started my first semester in the spring semester of January 2009. A couple months later, I started to go to the gym, try to work on my body, lose some weight. I definitely need to.
Daniel, go to sleep. It's time for bed, Daniel. You'll be tired in the morning.
Started hanging out with my friends more. Like I said, I started going to school. Took one class though just to start. I wanted to see how hard it was or how easy it was to manage. I was making progress in the gym as well. So after all these months of 2019, I looked back and I was proud of myself. I made some good first steps into improvement. So looking back at 2019, all I can say, I was satisfied enough and I was proud. I was ready to keep going. But now that 2020 has ended, I look back at that year and what I come to realize is I actually failed. This really shouldn't be an excuse, but it is. It's my excuse. Due to the pandemic, when I was taking a math class, and that's actually one of my hardest subjects, it became online for the last few months, and I was trying at first, but then I gave up. I wasn't doing it. Then about a month later, the gyms closed down. I lost my motivation. It opened back up like 3 months later. I was happy. I started going again, but I kept getting off. I had gained the weight I had lost, and well, I lost progress in what I was doing in 2019. I know I can do this. I've already done this before, but 2020 was bad, and I let it affect me. I lost motivation that year. But yeah, I mean, I look back, and 2019 I was proud, and looking back at 2020, I have to admit it. I have to be honest. I did fail pretty much that year, which leads me to today's video. As you know, I'm going over the goals of 2021, and like I said, I'm pretty motivated and I'm definitely gonna dominate. Like, I really feel confident about that. Alrighty, let's go over this. With me failing, I did write down here something to look up every time I open my journal, if I need to look back at my goals. Before I reach that or anything else I have in here, I wrote down, when you fail, what are you gonna do in response? I heard this and I thought it was really like relatable at the moment for me. So simply what I did next was just write down a list of goals that I need to accomplish and just be more disciplined about it. Try harder this year. And I get it, guys. I know just because it turns January 1st, 2021, it doesn't mean all the problems from 2020 are going away because of that. I do understand that. But because it's a new year, I feel motivated to change my problems, to fix the problems, and not stay where I've been at. I may have failed in 2020, but I can change the negatives about that year and turn them into positives this year. There are things I can control. 2021, I'm coming back. My first goal I have listed is to work 2 jobs. I do enjoy where I'm working at the moment, but at this rate, after all the thinking and everything, I feel like I do need a little extra income. I do owe some money on some things. Nothing like shops or anything, but like I owe my dad money, I owe my brother some money, and I'll just be paying it off slowly if I just have my current job. I need to add a little extra income so I can pay him off quicker and save money at the same time and still pay some bills that I have. I also want to put more effort into school this year. I am going to take one class in the spring semester this year, and after that I want to take at least 2 at a time, or even 3. And I'm going to try even harder. I don't want to be the high schooler that I was. I want to try even harder, try to graduate. It's going to be a long ride, but at the end of the road is a big reward. And we should all be looking forward to the rewards at the end of the road. I'm telling you, I have quite a few goals. The third goal, I need to do better on my daily macros. What caused me to fail last year is I'd go over my macros by a lot. So I need to try to get my protein on point, but the main problem was my calories. Like I'd overeat. I wasn't trying to keep it at the level I'm supposed to lose weight. I just stopped giving a crap. Like I said, I lost motivation, but I can't allow that anymore. It's 2021 and I want to change that. I can't be stuck in the past. That's something that I can change. So it's funny, not all my goals I've started, but 2 weeks before the new year began, I was already working on my New Year goals. I'd already started some of them. Like, I wasn't waiting. I was gonna do what I could do. And one of those goals was read more books than I usually do. I wasn't reading a lot this year, and it's nothing serious, but I love to read. And you know, it's always a good way to pass time, keeps your knowledge at bay. I mean, reading is not just fun, it's good for you. It's good for the mind. I mean, I believe so anyways. So towards the end of the month, I started reading more. Not all of them I read more. Not all the books I read more, but I had actually listened to some audiobooks to catch up a little quicker. Plus, I didn't have the books. I didn't want to wait through the mail. My next goal is to do more research on my career path. That is something that I started before the new year began. So what I'm going to college for is to study on criminal justice. What I'm thinking of doing, out of all the options I saw, I want to head into the probation officer field. And in one of my past classes, we had to do research as a project on what your job was about, the salary, what goes on throughout the day, stuff like that. And I have it saved, but I decided, why not do my own personal extra research? And it truly helped. I thought it was a good idea because it gives me more knowledge and stuff that I didn't know about that career path. I watched some videos, and I'm also gonna do some like web searches too. And I've written down some stuff on my journal. Not this one, but I have a separate journal that I wanted to write more stuff in. And I felt really good about it. I've learned some things. And I didn't have to, but it's just something that I wanted to do this year. Something that I can improve. And like I said, something I can control. The next goal, a very important goal. This year, I need to hit the gym harder than before. I did good in 2019. I failed in 2020 with it. But as you know, the gym is something we can all control. We can control how much time we go there. We can control how many times we go to the gym, how long we stay at the gym to work out. A lot of days I was lazy about it in 2020. I do enjoy it, but if I was going around nighttime, I was feeling lazy about it. But no more. I need to discipline myself to complete my gym goal for the day. And trust me, you can believe that. So the next goal, and this one might be a little more challenging. This is just personal preference, nothing like too serious. But after the new year, I wanted to try to go back to waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning. A couple months back, I was going to sleep pretty early, waking up at 3. I felt like, I got up early so that I could go to the gym before work and I wouldn't have to go after work. I don't know, I felt good in the morning. I felt pretty accomplished. I felt like I could do more in the day even after my 8-hour shift. So it'd be challenging because I'm trying to get 2 jobs, and I'm gonna spend half the morning at the work and then the rest of the day at my second job, and then I've got to go to bed and continue the next day. I'll have to study for school, have to make time for the gym if possible. See, if I can't go to the actual gym, I'll definitely switch to the 3 days routine or the body weight program routine. One way or another, I have to make time for it, along with waking up at 3 a.m. But I should make a possibility, hopefully. I need to sleep early and enough. So, I also can't sleep early because sometimes, at least twice a week, I have to close. I get off by 10 p.m. and that ruins my schedule. So if I get off at 10, I should at least go to bed by like 11, 10:30, 11:30 latest, but not stay up. I usually stay up, and I shouldn't. I could go to bed a little earlier, but I've chosen not to. I have a college textbook from one of my classes that I told you about where I had to do a project researching the career path you're choosing. It was back from 2019, and it was really useful. Like, it talks about time management and other stuff that's obviously very important in one's life. And from what I read, we didn't have to read everything, but the parts that I did read, I found it really useful and helpful. Like, I could implement it into my life. So I definitely want to go back to it and see what I can use for. So it sounds silly, but harder than you think. I need to play more video games. Make time for those. The reason I have that listed as a goal is because I have some games and I don't really play them as much. I say I don't have time, but I just make time for other stuff. Like, I always go on YouTube, watch videos, or watch TV. I need to make time to read more books, like I mentioned earlier, and I can at least spare 1 hour of the day, to play some video games. I mean, I have some, and I haven't played them all. And I'm not talking about the PS4, obviously it doesn't work, but I have a Switch. I can play some of the games on there. So I just need to make 1 hour of spare time, and that'd be enough. Better than 0 hours. So it's not a serious goal, but everyone needs to have fun somehow. And if I can play for an hour, that should be enough. Especially, since I'm an adult. That's why I barely have time for it, but I'm sure I can spare 1 hour. Next one, very important. I need to save money from my current or second job. Back to the exercise routines. I can't just do my regular workout routine. I have to add cardio to the routine that I already have. The exercises that I do, it's recommended that I add cardio towards the end, help burn some extra fat. But I'm not gonna lie, I get pretty lazy about it. I should be doing the treadmill, another day maybe the Stairmaster. But this year, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna add it. At least the first month. The first month I'll plan to add it pretty consistently, and after that I can lower it some. But at least twice a week. But for the first month, I do plan to do it, the whole week that I do the exercise. This is just something to have to remember by. This isn't necessarily a goal. I mean, it is, but I pretty much wrote it again. This is just so I can look back to it. I need to remind myself why I want to save $20 or more. Remind myself why I need that second job. Because I am going to be real here with y'all that this very major goal the most important goal of them all, well, besides being consistent with YouTube and saving money, this goal is huge. Catastrophe huge. That's how big this goal is. Getting my first apartment in the year of 2021. I feel it's time to move out. I've set these goals before. I've clearly failed at it. I would move by myself, but it is pretty, risky. And so I wouldn't actually move by myself. If I had to, it'd be a longer wait most likely. But I plan to have a roommate. And it is preferred. It's smarter. And you have some company in the apartment. And it's still pretty much my apartment. It's my roommate's apartment. We both pretty much have our own apartment. The only thing is we're sharing it, but that's not a big deal. All we need is our own space, which we will have our own bedrooms, own bathrooms, definitely. That's a must. And living room and kitchen's no big deal.
It's 2 p.m. Hope you're having a good day. Want to go for a walk?
Not now, Google. Rude. Where was it at? Yeah, sharing the living room and a kitchen, no big deal. And it's time to move. It's just my room. It doesn't feel like a room anymore. It's small, and I have a lot of big furniture. I don't actually have a real closet. It's like something you get from Walmart put together, and there you go. And it'd be stuff that's already fixed, pretty furnished, and livable. And I know y'all would probably been eyeing this. Look at the fan. I don't like that. It's hanging. I can't get that fixed. I mean, it can, but not gonna be easy. And I'm not about to try to do that. Besides, I'm not a licensed electrician. I'm pretty sure I can look it up, but why bother? I need more space in here. And getting an apartment, I'd have definitely a lot of room. And I just think being out there would better me in so many ways. So, shout out to my future self. Hopefully, I can live life the way I'm planning to by then. We'll see. We'll see. Come on, guys. Help me be disciplined. Shout out to the homie roommate who's gonna live with me. Ooh, empty page. We're done. Damn, I was excited to film this. I really was not thinking it was gonna be this long. I hope y'all made it all the way to the end. If you watch my videos, thank you. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe and keep joining the chats here with me. Keep following the journey. Again, thank you for joining the chat. Today wasn't chatting about horror, but it was a good chat anyways. Hope to see you and more of you on the next video. Well, happy holidays, guys. Happy New Year's. And let's all crush 2021. And per usual, stay safe, everybody.